like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you cut it. You cut it. You're golden, golden, honestly, you know.
Hey, I'm back with another video. This one's a bit different. I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media about people asking what is Donnelleys Creek Road like from Walhalla Road through to, say, Junction Hut or Jorgensons, through that Walhalla area, particularly with a trailer hitched up behind. So this video is one that I've put together showing the complete way from Walhalla Road right through to Jorgensons Hut where I was camping. It is time-lapsed in a few areas just to speed things up a tiny bit. As it turns out, I caught up to a couple of vehicles with trailers, and that just shows what sort of trailers you can pull through here. A few tight corners, but take it slow and keep an eye on that trailer behind you. You should be fine. Just one little reminder that this is a two-way track, so there can be oncoming traffic from time to time, so just keep an eye out. This is about where I caught up to those trailers. The raised dust gives a bit of a hint. So at this point we're approaching Meringtons Campground, and you'll see that there is a junction coming up, and it's actually three different ways you can go. You can go hard left, which takes you around to Junction Hut, which is the way that we'll be going. There's one down towards the right, and it takes you down to Meringtons Campground itself, which is a nice campground. It's been bollarded off and very structured, but it's nice and grassy and clean. Drop toilets, so it's nice if you've got a larger group. Or there's the one that's sort of just to the left up ahead there. You'll see that takes you down to Meringtons Crossing, and it is a bit more of a rougher drive. I wouldn't recommend taking your trailer down there, especially when you come out at the junction. There's a bit of a drop coming down into the river. Recommended taking this way that we go, but if you've got no trailer or want to try the other crossing, it's worthwhile a drive. Just keep an eye on the river levels. They can get a bit high after some storms. Just got to make sure that you got that lift and snorkel, that's all. As we approach Junction Hut, you can see the drop toilet on the left hand side right there, and when you go past Junction Hut there are two ways. You can go the upper way, which takes you right past the hut, that continues through to the river, and this lower way that I'm going also takes you through to the river, and it's probably a smoother way to go. There is camping areas down on the right hand side, and you can, if you want to, camp on the river. When you get to the river crossing, you just do a hard right hand turn. I think you will see someone down there in this video. Quite a nice area there to pull up right next to the river. However, I will say with a trailer to get into both those spots I just mentioned may be a bit difficult to get around and do that hard right hand turn. This crossing here has two stages. This is the first one, and as you exit out of there, it does drop a tiny bit. Depending on the water level, how much rain, how much storms there's been, it can rise and be a bit difficult. When you come out where that vehicle is right at the moment, there's a right hand turn. That's where you'd come out from doing the Meringtons crossing. You'd come down there and then do this right hand turn to continue along this road. This bit here, as you will see, you've got to take it a bit on the left hand side. If you go a bit further to the right, it does get a bit deep and can touch the headlights on a standard sort of 2-inch lift vehicle. At this point things get a bit congested because we've got a couple of other cars coming down in the other direction, so I pull over to the left here and the vehicle in front of me sort of waits right on the corner there for both of them to pass. That's one thing you do have to be careful of, is some of these blind corners. You just got to take it easy. As we come along the ridgeline here, we end up approaching Donnelleys Creek Rd on the right hand side. Junction Road continues on straight ahead and ends up taking you to the old township of Tombon. There's some relics there, a bit of a walk. It's worthwhile getting out and having a look at the old mining equipment and that. So we continue on down Donnelleys Creek Road here, and it's not long until we get down to Jorgensons Hut. As we approach Jorgensons Hut, you can continue on through the next river crossing, which can get a bit deep, so you do have to be a bit careful, but generally it should be fine. You will find O'Toole's Campground. Before that you get Little O'Toole's, which has been renovated recently, bollards, but you can be separate in your own little areas. It's quite nice now. O'Toole's is being renovated. There's a gazebo there that you're meant to share, and if you're lucky enough on really bad weather, you can hide in there and protect yourself from the inclement weather. And after that there's Jorgensons Hut, and that's another nice one. Now pulling into Jorgensons, you can see the drop toilet there on your right. There's some camping areas on the left hand side and some fire pits, and then you've got the main hut there in front of you with a fire pit. You've got a fireplace in there, and there's river access on the left hand side. I hope it has been informative and will help you with your trip out to the Walhalla area. Plenty of tracks to do off from this location. Any questions, hit me up with a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Take care, guys.